Yes, welcome back to the SA Sports Show. Timmy, time to turn our attention to this SNFL. I love the SNFL.
Oh, yeah.
Always. You're a champion of the SNFL.
Well, thank you very much. But
you were,
I think it's pronounced Sanford now. But
is it really?
Yeah. I like the SNFL.
I'm a dinosaur.
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I'm a dinosaur. But a big welcome to Warren Ploenges, who's the football operations.
That's close enough. Football manager.
That's
South Adelaide.
Same thing, mate. Same thing.
Exactly.
I had great pleasure in I saw a little bit of your dad in my early times watching the finals. Brian. Pain in the bum. 1964.
So you do know him?
Yeah, you do know him.
That's right. But I did. I caught up with, obviously very early in my time with Brian, but a really good player. A really good player who recognised probably Australia-wide after a while as being a very good player. Because he played with South Adelaide when South Adelaide weren't really...
Yeah, he went through both cycles.
Yeah, exactly.
When they were doing it tough, and then of course when they went top in '64. He played state football, so I think you know that's a feather in his cap.
Couple of state games,
He played a couple of state games, couple of state squads in those pretty rich, sort of strong eras.
Exactly. You would have been delighted with the Hall of Fame with Jimmy Dean.
We were ecstatic, everyone at the club and associated with the club. Just great to see Jimmy recognised on a national basis.
And that's the amazing thing about that. I get surprised when I see that name come up and I go, oh, gee, isn't Jimmy already in? Yeah, that's the sort of thing I get. I go, wow, that was a shock.
Yeah.
Now, he won 2 Magarey medals, come runner-up in 3. But it's not just that, because we know that's picked by umpires. He's a great player. Was it 7 BNFs?
7 BNFs, 6 or 7 BNFs.
Incredible.
But, and just what he gave back to the game once he retired as well. And in community football, like he went up to Pirrie, I think, he had a stint at Myrtleford in Victoria and had a very imposing record at community football.
You know, the irony of this too is that, being very Port Adelaide, he was actually appointed Port Adelaide coach in 1950, I think, and declined it. Or
there's something around.
He declined
when
it,
Foss took
and
over
Foss got the job. Which is an incredible
sliding
doors moment for that.
Exactly.
But I'm very happy for the whole family and just like you said, to acknowledge such a great player, but what a great man.
Yeah,
great
for
fella,
sure.
Jimmy.
He was a people's person. He would share his thoughts and his. With everyone and anyone, and he was comfortable doing it.
And the great players talking about him. That's what gets me. When the great players start saying how great he was.
And the respect
he must have been. I must confess, I never saw Jimmy.
Well, he was John Cale's hero.
Around.
John Cale, growing up, idolised Jimmy Dean.
Okay, well, and
just loved him and wanted to be like him and probably didn't get too bad up the road. He got pretty close.
Now earlier on in the program we had the Southern Footy League guys with the Great Southern Footy League. They clashed this weekend in an annual cup game.
Interleague.
You part of that? You guys get down there to look at that, or you?
Yeah, we get excited for the June long weekend because it's an opportunity for us to go down and watch the under-15s, the under-17 halves, and of course the senior men's, but also the women now have come into the program.
Reigning premiers?
Twice.
Yeah.
I've got to mention the girls.
They
was a terrific effort last year and even better this year. And it was very exciting for everyone involved. So
you get to see that whole gamut of football in one weekend.
Exactly. So all the best of the local talent. Kangaroo Island came over last week and played, and this week Great Southern plays Southern. So it's a really good recruiting opportunity, but a good networking opportunity.
Have you seen it reflect through your juniors and into your seniors? Because I'm seeing a lot of really good kids come through. I'm still covering the SNFL at a league level. I'm seeing a lot of and familiar names in Kepler and Sampson and these sort of guys come through.
Look, we're really pleased because we have and we needed to put a lot more emphasis and resource and effort into our junior program because bringing recruits in at any level is not sustainable
and short-lived.
And if you want to build a really strong cultural environment, you need it with local people. So we've put good time and effort into our juniors. We're starting to get the benefit of that. Like on Saturday, our reserves probably had, you know, anywhere up to 15 sort of 19-year-olds running around. Very young side, playing against the Eagles. They quite an experienced side. They wore us down in the end, but these boys are showing they've got talent. They just need a few games.
Yeah, well, I've been not so much critical, but it's always amazed me the size of the area down there for South Adelaide. When I coached down there in the Southern Footy League, it always amazed me that South Adelaide weren't more successful because of that wide area of footballers that were available to them. A lot of players didn't go to South Adelaide for some reason. It was I don't know. When I spoke to South Adelaide people, they say, "Oh yeah, well we're struggling to attract these players to come to South Adelaide." I'm talking a while ago here, by the way. I'm talking because it is a massive area.
Yeah.
And it would be, and it's a very strong football area.
Yes.
I'm talking Aussie rules football, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm not so much critical, but it always amazed me why, you know, someone didn't grab that area by the scruff of the neck and go, "Hey, look at this. You know, we've got all these blokes. Let's get them
To be fair, you've probably done that in the last decade.
Yeah, we're going through that process now, I think, and getting a greater awareness from the local people by doing good things for their young people and the families jumping on board. Now, you know, up until we moved to Noarlunga, we were a very nomadic club.
Correct.
You know, we started in the inner mile of Adelaide. We're out now at Noarlunga over our 140 odd years. So we've been fairly
you got a home.
nomadic. We've now got an established home that we can create a heartland and we can build on. Now that takes time. It takes time, but it takes consistency. And we're in the process now of a fairly, good period of consistency where I think people can
build trust.
You know, trust in sending their kids to South Adelaide. Trust that they'll get well looked after. They'll get good development, and we're seeing some results. But it's more to come.
Sure.
You're doing a great job. I know you got Mark Clayton down there. You had Tony Bamford before that.
Correct.
Really good men in there to help you, but. Your playing career, mate, played against you in those early 80s. I just need a couple of words.
This won't take long.
I just need a couple of words on the coaches that you had. All right, just to describe them.
Yeah.
You had Graham Corns, Don Scott, Rick Davies, John Reid.
All-star lineup.
Couple of words on each of them. Cornsy?
Well, Graham learned his trade at South Adelaide, so he went on and did all
like
right.
that.
So we
Well
felt
done.
We got him on, gave him the start.
Don Scott for his 7 games.
Interesting. There's 7 games. Really tough coach. Demanded a lot and. Needed more time. Should I say that? Needed more time. But
the Jumbo Prince.
Rick was just one of those great people. Now, as far as a coach. Again, it was his first go at it.
He'd prefer to be doing other things.
Yeah, I think so. But he was a great man.
And then Johnny Reid.
And John was terrific for the club. I mean, John was instrumental in the club. You know, we're a very resilient club, and we've had some periods, pretty dark periods, and there was a dark period there, and Johnny was one of the saviours.
In 2 years' time, got you into finals.
Yeah, and turned it around. Turned it around completely.
Good luck with the rest of the year, mate.
Yeah, mate, you guys are flying. You guys are flying, South Adelaide. Clearly the best team I've seen at Alberton this year, South Adelaide, were brilliant that day. Very, very good. Yeah. So good luck, mate. Hope it all goes really well for you.
Appreciate that.
Not as well as, against us, but keep going.
Not again.
Oh, they're flying. That's right, they're flying. We'll be back with more in just a moment.